we looked every square inch. These pants did not come home with us. And so I just was like, we need these pants to come back, you know? Like I trust these pants are here. I try. And it was like, I trust. And then my son came down the other day and he goes, oh, I found my pants. They were in my backpack.
What?
What?
Yep.
So sorry, that's my long drawn out version of how I believe that this is the Matrix because those pants were not in that damn backpack when we got home.
Yep.
And they
Totally.
magically showed up in the backpack.
Oh my
And
gosh, girl.
so
I have so
uh,
many stories with
tell me, what have
Like
you
those are
done?
like that's like my day-to-day basis where I'm
Oh
like,
my God. Okay, well,
okay, I'm not finding this. Pop, I'm gonna pull it in from this timeline. There it is. Even if that's emails, even if that's clients too, sometimes I'm like, oh, they hit that line. Oh, that's not alignment now. Drops right out, you know? So
really?
I'm watching this. It's like it's such a great movie in my day-to-day basis.
How can we do that? Like, is there like a method to that, or is it a belief system, or like how can
I
we do
mean,
that in our
everybody
everyday
can
life?
absolutely do this, right? And
Okay,
encourage
okay.
everybody to do it for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Number one, obviously, you got to be aware. Okay,
Yeah,
you got to be
right.
aware of your surroundings, what your energy is, what you're feeding the energy, what your thought forms are. Okay, and per se, if you've lost something, I'm gonna take a step back, take a breath, and locate like the last time I saw it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What did it feel like? What did it look like?
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, it's like a full screen of different frequencies and lines. Okay, to me they look like lines. Okay, and I'm looking at that particular frequency, and then I'm locating where it is in my mega screen. It could be a radio, if you're looking at frequencies. It can be you're just on a TV screen and you're like, huh, like where was the last time I saw that? Anyways, I can see the line. I can see exactly where it is, and I just pull that down and anchor it into my reality. And I anchor it by bringing in the earth frequency. I can anchor it down to my body. Usually like I'm in the line that obviously currently at, and I can see myself in that line, right? It's like me stepping in a doorway or a hallway, and I
Yeah.
can see, I can see just everything that I've anchored myself into this particular timeline, right? And then
So it's like in your music video when you have those different doorways, like those are the
yeah,
different
oh
timelines.
totally, totally,
Okay.
absolutely, yep. And then I'm just like echolocating it. I'm like, oh look, that's where it's at. I'm gonna pull that in to this timeline, and I'm gonna anchor it. Okay. Now that could come in any because everybody's so different with it. So usually if I'm working with somebody, I'm asking somebody, to go, which timeline are you on right now? Take a look at it, see if there's a doorway there that you can walk through where you can see where you're at currently. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what does that feel like? Right. And sometimes they're like, wow, it feels awful. I'm like, okay, we're gonna close that door. If you don't want to be there, you can choose any door that you want to, right? So get a feeling for which line you want to be on. Open the door, walk yourself through, and then just start to get a feel for it, right? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Are you pulling in things that you want in this? A lot of times people will see, yeah, I'm successful in this one, right? I've got money flowing in this one. This is the one I want to stay in. And then there goes more of the work because you then want to embody that, right? Because if you can see it, that's great. That's fine. That's fine. That works for a period of time until you realize like you're not seeing it in your physical reality and you've got to really embody it.
Yeah.
So then it's like, how do I embody that? Well, that works with your physical body, right? It works with your nervous system. It works with your body's capacity to be able to receive it and any other programs and constructs you've had in the way of doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you can hold that line for a good period of time, then it's a little bit more easy to start to visualize something that you've lost, visualize something that you want to bring in, get the feel for it, what's the vibration of it. And usually for me, that's just a picture. Okay, oh, I lost my little coin or whatever the case is. Where might it have been the last time? Oh, there I see the frequency. I'm going to pull that right in, anchor it down, and you can actually just visualize like tying it to the line that you're on, right? That's a good
Mhm.
anchor. Okay. And then I'm going to walk myself up to that line that I just tied it to and get a feel for it. Oh, look, it's back in my reality. And then it's a surprise. I'm just going to let that go then and see where it comes back to me.
And that's the key is the surrender piece of it.
Yep.
I think surrender is the magic key to all creation because you have to let it go.
Yep. Absolutely. Like all the time. And it could be even simple as I'm commanding that back into my reality now. That's it. I'm
Yeah.
letting it go.
Yeah.
But everybody works these processes so differently. So there's so many ways to do it, right?
I went to Sedona on a girls' trip, and I had forgotten my sunglasses and my jacket. And I had this white jacket that I wanted to bring. And I was like, on the plane going to Sedona, going, oh my God, I forgot to bring my jacket. It's going to be cold there. And throughout the court, and I was, so what I did in my head was while I was sitting on the plane, I had to go backwards in time of every step. Okay, this, all the way to packing my suitcase to put my sunglasses and jacket in my suitcase. And so
Yep.
I did that on the plane. When I got to Sedona, I was like, I opened my suitcase, it wasn't there. And I was like, oh. And then I just kind of let it go. Well, magically throughout the trip, because I forgot my jacket, this shaman woman that we were working with, she gave me her jacket. And then we were going through this Montezuma's River thing, and there was a pair of sunglasses that sat there. And I was like, do you think anyone will mind if I take these? Like, I went to the Lost and Found, and they're like, oh, yeah, they've been sitting there for like a day and a half. I'm like, do you mind if I take them? And so at the end of the trip, I'm packing my suitcase, and damn if I didn't have a white jacket that I put into the suitcase and a pair of sunglasses as I was going home. Exactly the way that I had envisioned packing it in the first place when I was on the plane going there. So it
That's
may
funny.
not happen like that red hot second, but like I let it go, and just all these things kind of attracted into my experience where I got to conjure that in
Oh,
a different
totally.
way.
Absolutely. That's the fun part of the game if you're holding your control and you're like, you've got all these options and you're like, okay, I'm gonna pull this one in, I'm gonna pull this one in, and you know it's in there, you're gonna find it somewhere as you're walking
Right.
through the game, right? But that's what makes this super fun too. If you get into those spaces where you're like, oh no, I know that's gonna be on my trip. And then you just gotta let it go and see how it comes back to you,
Yeah.
right? And not in the format that you thought either sometimes.
Well, that's the saying, right? Like it's never exactly as you imagine it. And I get that. For those of us who really like to control our experiences and our environments, like it's really hard to let that go. But you're so right. Like at the end of the day, it's just rules of a game. And if you know that games are written in code
Yep.
and everything has a possibility that's already pre-written, like why wouldn't we have an experience like that? Because I really do believe this is a game. It's already coded, and there's certain
For sure.
responses that are absolutely possible because they're already written in. So why not take advantage of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Play with it, have fun with it. I see it in numbers and I'm constantly kind of looking at numbers, right? To see,
Oh,
okay,
like the
for
synchronicities?
real, yeah, for the real game for me is always in sound, color, numbers. So I'm
Yeah,
constantly immersed in that every single day, but to realize that I can change any aspect of that at any single time. I have my authority in that, right? I can change the game right now for the rest of my day and bring
yeah.
in exactly whatever I want. And that's what makes it super fun.